Alright, so I used to get stressed a lot for school. Like, I remember I'd be like, always like, oh shoot, I have to study, bro. The test is tomorrow. I haven't studied for it yet. I have to study for it. Oh shoot. Then I wouldn't do a workout. I would freak out. I would stay up to like 10 p.m. studying, which I go to bed usually like at 8:30. So it's like way past my bedtime. And so I'd be like freaking out, studying, and then I'd wake up and I'm like, oh crap, today's a math test. Oh shoot, I'm gonna fail. Like, freaking out. And now, after rewiring my psychology almost, it's like I almost can't get stressed out. Like, I'm not even joking. I had this like out of school activity, like this thing where you argue with people for, right? And you have to like make a speech. And people usually start like 3 weeks before. I kid you not, 2 days before like the debate, I still didn't have my speeches, and they take like a long time to make. And I wasn't getting stressed out. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, we're so chill. Like, this is fine. We still have 48 hours, bro. 48 hours. I'm like my brain was telling me that, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I have to log in. I have to like get to work, but I'm like, nah, it's fine. Do something else. Learn about something else. You don't have to worry about it. You're right. So this is like this uh these tactics are super OP for like not getting stressed, right? So I couldn't get stressed, like literally. So, first thing you have to do is you have to meditate. You want to meditate to become more mindful so that you realize when you're getting stressed. The reason you want to know when you're getting stressed is so that you realize it and you're like, I have to chill out, okay? Because sometimes you don't realize it and you're like freaking out, and then you realize and you're like, oh shoot, I just spiked my cortisol, which is horrible for all these things and blah blah blah. And yeah, so basically, what you have to do is you have to meditate so you know when you get stressed out, but also you have to think, what's the worst thing that'll happen? I mean, at the end of the day, the worst thing that can ever happen is you die. Think about it. That's the worst that can happen. So, like, it's not great to die, but that's like the worst thing that can happen. So, think about what's the worst that can happen. I fail a math test. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna do horrible. Maybe my parents find out and then I get yelled at. Like, that's it. Well, I'm not gonna get like, I'm not gonna start failing the class because it's just one bad grade. It'll bring my grade down by like, on a scale of 100 points, probably like 1 or 2 points at the most. So like, why care? Like, it's one grade, right? So don't stress. Now that you're not stressed, you're like, okay, so that's the only thing that, the worst thing that can happen, worst case scenario. You're like, okay, so I get yelled at and I get my phone taken away or something. Okay, that's fine. I don't care, right? It's not that bad. And then you're like, okay, so that's the worst that can happen. Now, what can I do to fix that? Because I know that by stressing out, by being, oh shoot, bro, I'm gonna fail the test. I have to like study, but I only have like 4 hours, bro. Oh shoot, I'm cooked. What do I do? Oh, and then you start running around, freaking out like a little low testosterone loser. Yeah, you have to think, what can I do? So you're like, okay, so I have 4 hours and I have this time and this time to study. So that's a total of like 50 minutes. 50. Okay, that's plenty of time. Now let's look at the book. Oh, okay, so it's this and this stuff. Yeah, I can probably study it. Oh, yeah, sure. And then you study it, but you relax. So your heart isn't like racing and you're like freaking out. So you absorb the information. So now you're more chill because you have to be proactive, right? It's like bad things, these bad things, but you have to be proactive. So it's like these bad things can happen, but they're not that bad. But now let's be proactive, because also you have to remember, worrying isn't gonna fix anything. If you're like, oh shoot, I'm cooked, and you're like, wait, what does this have to do? I'm gonna absorb the information I'm trying to learn way worse because I'm stressed. I'm not gonna remember stuff. I might forget my notebook to study it or something, right? So you're like, okay, so stressing isn't going to fix anything. It'll make it worse, actually, most of the time. So, let's relax. So, you chill out and you're like, okay, let's be proactive. Now, let's study it for X amount of time. Something that really helped me is this book by Dale Carnegie. No, it's not How to Win Friends and Influence People, it's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. I don't know if it's mirrored there, if it's like the other way or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna look over the book real quick to see if there's any more tips. So something important is that, yeah, stressing out a lot all the time makes you look ugly, feel worse, screws up your health. So if you want to relax and be more chill, yeah, so like try to have a religion, sleep well, exercise, healthy mental health, like have human relationships with other people, be outside, pray, meditate. So I talked about that. You also, if you're like stressed out and you're like, oh shoot, what do I do? I have to like study for my math test and I have 4 hours, but I can't study this time and this time because I have to do this. You're like, okay, so I only have this time to study, but it's weird because like, I don't know, maybe I'm somewhere like in a mall, I don't know, in a mall, and there's a ton of people, so it's harder to focus, but that's the only time you can study. So make a decision and act upon it. So be like, okay, so that's the only time I can study. I will study. So what are you going to do? You're going to get your notebook and your math book and take it to studying, whatever. So, find a decision and act upon it. Also, if you're worrying about something else, like maybe someone, like, I don't know, maybe your friend or your brother or something goes to like war and you're like, oh shoot, he's gonna get shot and die. So you're worried because you have too much free time. What you should do is get busy. So get yourself like a job, get really, really busy so you don't have time to worry, right? So imagine this, would you prefer to be able to eat, sleep, and worry 8 hours a day, or eat, sleep, work extremely hard 8 hours a day, so when you get home you're too tired to worry? Which one would you prefer? And just stick to that one, right? Also, this is something that I do. Maybe I'm just naturally good at this, but you can't rage bait me back because I'm kind of hard to annoy. There's like very few things that like actually make me mad. So don't let little tiny things make you mad. So if like, I don't know, somebody like calls you stupid or whatever, I don't know, maybe like someone steals your phone at school, like your friend just snatches it and starts running, but don't chase him and yell at him like, give it back. No, it's fine, don't worry about it. Just be like, okay bro, I know you're gonna give it back in an hour or something, I don't care, I'm not gonna run after you like an idiot. Don't let little things annoy you, right? Also, something else is, don't let your imagination get a hold of you, because like you might be like, oh shoot, maybe, I don't know, maybe you almost got in trouble for something. You're like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get in trouble, and then this and this and this is gonna happen, and then I can't do all these things that I like to do, and I get in all this trouble. So don't worry about it. It's like, well, probably in the first place you never got in trouble, and you want to play, this might not sound too smart for some of you, but you want to play life by odds, by your chances. So for example, if you go outside and you run to the park and you're a teenager or younger like me, there's a chance you get kidnapped, right? Like, I'm not trying to be like someone crazy, but there's actually a chance you get kidnapped. It's like maybe 0.01% chance, but it's not a big chance, so don't worry about it. If it's like a 50-50 chance, then don't be an idiot. But like, don't let little things get to you, like little things worry you. Also, you don't want to worry about things that are out of your control. Like, for example, if you're worried about, I don't know, if you're worried about World War III, for example, it's like, well, right now you're some teenager who works out and that's about it. You don't make a difference, bro, unless you're like the president's son or something, you're not making a difference, right? Unless you can. If you can, go for it. But if you can't make a difference, then don't worry about it, right? Like, if there's no possible way for you to like not make World War III happen or let it happen, like if it's out of your control, don't worry about it, right? Like, don't let that get to you because there's nothing you can do. Also, don't worry about the past. Like, if, for example, I see people saying, "Oh, I wish I started working out at 12 or something," and they started at like 16, and they're like, "I can currently bench 4 plates." They're like, "But if I had started earlier, I could maybe bench 5 or 4.5." It's like, bro, so you didn't start earlier, and you can't go back in time. If you can, let me know. That's cool. I want to go back in time too, but you haven't figured out how to go back in time. So what's the point of freaking out? Just think, okay, nothing I can do about it. What can I do to make the future and the present better? People are like, "Oh, I should have studied for that test. Oh, I failed it." Well, too bad you didn't study for it. You can try to ask the teacher to like be nice and give you a good grade. You can like try to bribe the teacher maybe, right? Or you can like, I don't know, you can just study harder for your next test. Things like this. So don't worry about the past because it's kind of stupid. Also, don't let people rage bait you. Like, don't worry about your enemy. Like, if you have beef with someone, that's fine. But don't be thinking, "Oh, he's gonna like try to, I don't know, kick me right now or something during class." Like, don't worry about, like, doesn't affect you, bro. Also, you don't really want to focus on the bad stuff. This might seem kind of obvious, but if you're like, "Oh, today I woke up and I couldn't eat my eggs because we ran out of eggs, and I couldn't cold shower because my brother was in the shower, and then I went to school and I had a test, and we had a short lunch, and then my workout was horrible, and then I went to bed late because I don't know, I was like watching YouTube or something. Oh, today was horrible." Bro, shut up. Think about it. You woke up, maybe you saw the sunshine, maybe you, I don't know, you got your, I don't know, maybe you got some like new weights or whatever for your gym, or maybe you got like elbow sleeves today. They arrived today. Let's go. Right? Think of the good stuff. Maybe you, I don't know, you found a new friend during lunch or something, right? Maybe you made money off of YouTube today or something, right? Like, think of the good stuff. Also, this is a chapter in the book. It's saying if you have depression, a way to fix it is to try to make someone different smile every day, try to make someone's day. And that's true, you give people value, so I agree with that. Also, something good is to pray. 2 reasons: the religious aspect, because you have God and all this stuff, which is good, and also there's the aspect that you're like, you find the thing you're worrying about, like, "Oh, I'm stressing about maybe school," or I don't know, stressing about whatever, right? So you're like, "God, help me with this," and you find out what you're stressing about so you can try to fix that. Like, if you're stressed about school, maybe you start to study and all. Yeah. Also, when people criticize you, 95% of the time, don't let it get to you. Why? Because most of the time people don't know who you are, so maybe they criticize you for this. They're saying, "Bro, I'm stronger than you, bro. I can bench 2 plates." It's like, bro, good for you, right? I don't train bench. Something like that, right? It's like they're criticizing you because they want a sense of importance. Like, for example, there's like this, I don't know, this high status person, right? You want to take them down, basically, because if you take this high status person down, you are dominant over him and you have higher status, right? So people try to do this by, I don't know, saying something like criticizing you or trying to make you look bad to seem better than you, because they feel like they're better than you, or it makes it appear like that because now they have higher status than you. At least it looks like it sometimes. And also, people that criticize you I'm sure you've seen the YouTube shorts, or the not the or like the reels or whatever, where people are like, you train 6 or 7 days a week, and people say that you're too obsessed, and then you train 4 days a week, and people say you don't want it bad enough. Like, you're never gonna make people happy. Like, either like me, either I get bullied for being like skinny fat and overweight, or I'm gonna get bullied for being such a fitness sweat. Like, you're gonna get picked on. I'd rather get picked on for being such a tryhard, because that's better. Also, people that criticize you, they don't know you that well most of the time. Like a random person from school, it's like they don't know who you are. They don't know your goals. They don't know what you do outside of school. They don't know you, so they can't criticize you because they see a little version of you. They see like maybe 10% of who you are. So they can't judge you based on that. They need to know everything or almost everything. Also, if people like criticize you for something, try to accept it if they're like serious. If they're like, bro, as your friend, I think you're like, I don't know, maybe like too prideful or something. It's like they're probably serious. So like take their advice or what they tell you. Something interesting is that it says to make a schedule for tomorrow night. Maybe that's where I got that from, but I usually sometimes I write what I'm gonna do the next day. I have a short on this. Basically, the night before, so like right before you go to bed, write down, tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna cook breakfast, I'm gonna go do a workout, I'm gonna go for a run, I'm gonna go to visit someone, some stuff like that, right? So it makes you do things the next day and be more effective and productive. Also, organize. This is really important, and it's good for mental health, actually. My room is pretty organized. It's like you need to have a organized space. So make your bed. I make my bed, but it's not beautiful. I just like throw the covers on there, but it looks nice ish, kind of, right? But I have a organized desk, organized stuff, everything, organized closet. My room's pretty organized. So organize your room, organize your stuff, whatever, right? Organize your office, whatever you do, organize it, and it's easier for you to, it's easier for your mind. Because if you imagine this, imagine you sit down to, I don't know, write down what you're gonna do the next day, and on your desk you see the math test from the other day, and you're like, ooh, that says I got a 50 out of 100. If you're European, that's like a 10 out of 20. That's horrible. At least for me it is. Right? You're like, ooh, crap, I screwed up there. Or maybe you see your like science notes. You're like, ooh, I have a science test tomorrow. Crap. And then you see like, I don't know, maybe your taxes, if you have to pay taxes. Shoot, this is due in like 3 days. Crap, I'm cooked. So now you're like getting up to like study and do your taxes instead of going to bed. So you want to have a clear desk because it lets you focus more. Also, so to sleep well, you have to have a good sense of security. The caveman, imagine this. Imagine you're a caveman and you're sleeping with like people from a different tribe that you just met an hour ago. These guys, you never talk to them. They might try to kill you. You're gonna like sleep in the same, I don't know, shelter as them. So you have like the guy next, like, I don't know, like 2 feet away from you, and like these other guys near you. You're gonna try to sleep. It's like you've never talked to them. It's like you are probably gonna have a tough time falling asleep. Like, imagine this. Imagine you went to jail and you have to sleep with like the worst looking guy, like the guy who killed 10 people, right? And then there's like another guy who, like, I don't know, like killed 20, or another guy who like poisoned his family or something. Imagine trying to sleep in the same room as them. It's gonna be difficult, right? So to have a good sense of security is, if you can't sleep, get up and do work. Yeah, sure. I've actually done that a few times. You will be sleepy if you follow a good night routine. I'll make a video on this soon. You want to have a good night routine, because that way you'll never be not able to fall asleep. Also, this is true. Worrying about not falling asleep makes you not fall asleep. So don't worry about it and have a good night routine. You obviously want to pray, relax your body, like meditating or stuff like that, or stretching, and exercise during the day. Yeah, so that's about it. Here's the book one more time. It's called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. It's really good, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. See you guys.